Good afternoon, scholars. As you can see, the sun is shining, so I had to get outside. I hope you've been enjoying your time of digital learning. I sure do miss your faces. Today's social studies lesson, I'm going to need you to go ahead and read, but before you do, I want to talk about a few things. Hopefully by now, you've been reading about colonial assemblies and the colonists choosing delegates to represent them. In New England, the first form of government was the town meeting, and of course in Virginia, the House of Burgesses. And you know that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were both burgesses. Now typically those burgesses had to be white, male, wealthy because they were landowners, Protestants, in order to be part of the government. You know that women, African Americans, Native Americans, and sometimes people of different religion did not have those same rights. You should have also read about the trial of John Peter Zenger when the German immigrant published the newspaper that had things about the royal governor in New York. And he went to trial but was found not guilty because even though the things that he said weren't very nice about the royal governor, because they were talking about him not being trustworthy or honest, they were true. And that trial helped us come up with our freedom of speech. One more person you should have read about was Phyllis Wheatley, who was bought as a slave by Mr. and Mrs. Wheatley in Boston, Massachusetts. She was actually very fortunate because she wasn't treated the same way that a lot of slaves were, because Mr. and Mrs. Wheatley believed that everyone should be educated and learn how to read and write. So Phyllis did learn to read and write, and she published poetry and really tried to encourage African Americans in slavery to seek their freedom. Now, today's lesson, you're going to keep going reading, and there are going to be troubles in Boston, and the 13 colonies are going to rebel. So please start reading on page 292 and go all the way to 297. There's going to be lots and lots of action. You'll learn about the Boston Massacre and the Boston Tea Party. You'll learn about those taxes, because remember, England has to find some way to get some more money because they put a lot of money into the French and Indian War. In the next couple days, I'm going to send you some links that are super, super cool. I think you'll really enjoy them. But for today, read the pages. I miss you. I certainly miss seeing your faces, and I miss our hugs. Have a good one. Bye.